This is what bothers me about this question. Who says that Josh Allen isn't being criticized as much as Dak Prescott? You want me to tell you what the real problem is? We have criticized him. The man has thrown 94 interceptions in the 87 regular season games since his rookie year. We have. Here's the difference. No one cares.
Nobody cares.
I know damn well you did not just try to tell that bold-faced lie on national television. We already saw Molly call y'all out about this same exact lie a few weeks back when Micah Parsons first started this dialogue. Now you're trying to convince us, the people that actually see what you say, the national audience, that you give the same energy to Josh Allen as Dak Prescott, but no one cares? Oh, keep going.
That's the point.
It's not the Cowboys.
It's not that they're not saying it. It's not that they're not pointing out. Wait a minute. If I sit up there, stay with me, because I'm trying to help you out here. I'm trying to help you out. Okay, you can leave, but you're gonna be sitting right there while you left. The point that I'm trying to make to you, Kimberly, is this. This is the part that everybody misses. If you talk about Dak, it provokes dialogue. If you talk about Josh Allen, okay.
It's just the Bills fans. It's just the Bills fans.
It's Bills Mafia.
That's it.
Outside of that, that's it. That is the difference.
Yep.
See, there's so much wrong with all of this. And Stephen A., I'm surprised, you being the quote-unquote top dog that you claim you are, you would think that someone in your position would have a little bit more control over the narrative. You would think that someone in your position would know how to get people to watch something besides you trashing not only the character of a player, but the play of a player, even when it's not deserved. You would think if you're that good and you're number one, like you love to say now, you would have a better way of making content other than trying to be a knockoff version of TMZ.
And this is the problem. Even the Cowboys get lost in all of this. Listen, Micah Parsons, give them the same energy. Stop. We have given them the same energy. No one cared. So we moved on. They care about you. Why are you complaining? Oh, Stephen A., they got something to say about you. You're damn right they do. When you number one, baby, like 100%. First Take has been, they're going to talk about you.
You see, ladies and gentlemen, the cat is out the bag. I know that Stephen A. Smith has made this very clear in times before this, but they finally told the truth. And I think they're having to tell the truth because, to be quite frank, they may be getting a little bit tired of all the criticism and the needling that's happening with their sports takes and how they're running their programs. But the problem with Stephen A.'s dissertation about why Josh Allen isn't spoken about the way Dak Prescott is, even though it's been shown now over and over and over again over the course of 4 to 5 seasons, Josh Allen is exactly who the national media tries to paint Dak Prescott to be, as it pertains to turnovers, as it pertains to having a weak mentality and a lack of leadership, as it pertains to all of that. Josh Allen is exactly who y'all say Dak Prescott is. You know what the real difference is, Stephen A.? You want to know why people aren't tuning in for those segments? Because they're waiting for you to show up with a cowboy hat and say, "How about them Cowboys? Yee-haw!" and all the other crazy stuff when something negative happens. They're waiting for you to post your little shorts on YouTube and on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it. Whatever goes wrong will goes wrong. They're here for that part of it now. People aren't looking at you for actual analysis about the game. People aren't looking at you to learn about the game, Stephen A. They're looking at you to continue acting like an absolute buffoon the way that you act when the Cowboys do lose. They're looking at you to tap dance on command whenever your master tell you to when the Cowboys do lose. They're looking for the minstrel show that you put on when the Cowboys do lose. See, your point would have a little bit more credibility if it was actually based in truth. No, y'all haven't given Josh Allen the same energy. In fact, even when y'all try to speak negatively about Josh Allen, you still try to find a way to compliment him and his talents and what he's capable of. You still try to find a way, along with Dan Orlovsky, which I've already gone in on this dude. He's very, very transparent. You can see exactly where Dan Orlovsky is operating from. And I said this and I'm going to say it again. He prefers quarterbacks that remind him of himself. And even Dan Orlovsky, one of your most objective and knowledgeable analysts on the Four Letter Network, can't help himself but try to overcompensate for the issues and a lack of ball safety that Josh Allen is exercising, making excuses saying only 3 of the 11 interceptions he's thrown this year were bad interceptions, were bad decisions by Josh Allen. That's complete crap. We didn't hear you guys making excuses for Dak Prescott and his interceptions last year. We saw you on a regular basis come on television and tell us week by week why Dak Prescott isn't worth a damn. We saw you tell Dak Prescott's dad to his face that his son was going to lose them the game against Tampa Bay and Tom Brady last year going into the playoffs. And what did Dak do? Play it out of his freaking mind.
The Pops, they can't play for them. You can't run from them, Mr. Elliott. You can't pass for Prescott, Mr. Prescott. Dak Prescott is throwing 2 interceptions tonight.
We saw this, yet we haven't seen you talk to any of these other players' parents and disrespect their child right in front of their face. We haven't seen you put on a Buffalo Soldier hat and come on and talk about how terrible the Buffalo Bills look and how bad Josh Allen looks. We haven't seen you dedicate anywhere near the same type of energy that you would if Dak Prescott was having the type of run that Josh Allen is having as far as interceptions and lack of ball security. Like y'all try to put on him, even though that's completely false. We don't see anywhere near that same energy. But you're going to sit here with a straight face and try to convince us that you give the same energy to Josh Allen, but no one cares to watch it. I thought you as the content creator, you as the entertainer was responsible for keeping people's attention. I didn't realize that you as the #1 sports broadcast media personality, I didn't realize that you had to depend so heavily upon misinformation and trying to trash another man in order to boost your platform to the #1 status that it's at, right? I didn't realize that. But you know it's good. It's good that you were finally honest with your audience. You manufactured all of these storylines, all of these questions, all of these dialogues, all of these debates specifically to try and needle at the Cowboys, specifically to try and make the Cowboys into this laughing stock so that everyone can try to join in and laugh along with you, Stephen A. And specifically because you're not a good enough personality and curator to actually make people want to watch your other content, to make people want to watch your actual analysis, to make people want to appreciate your actual knowledge of the topic that you're speaking on. So I'm glad that you just came out and flat out said it. The Cowboys get you more clicks. We all knew this. I've been knowing this. So you go out of your way to come up with the most polarizing topics and discussions that you can possibly have surrounding the Cowboys versus keeping it a buck. Even Kimberly A. Smith, your female doppelganger, was over there looking at you crazy while you tried to make the case that you give Josh Allen the same energy. No one just cares. There's plenty of people waiting for you guys, the national media as a whole, to hold these other quarterbacks that you anointed 2 and 3 and 4 years ago as the new cream of the crop. There's tons of people waiting for that accountability. There's tons of people waiting on legit analysis of you talking about Josh Allen having all these turnovers. There's tons of people waiting on you to talk about how Justin Herbert has an under 500 career winning percentage and no playoff wins to his name, yet he's putting up all these numbers in the regular season. There's tons of people waiting on you to talk about that. There's tons of people waiting on y'all to talk about how Trevor Lawrence, another one of you guys' golden children, has been extremely average, especially coming in as a #1 overall pick. There's tons of people waiting on that objectivity. There's tons of people waiting on that analysis. So don't sit here and act like the audience and the viewership is forcing you to have to keep broaching these topics negatively about Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. That is not the case. You guys, the media, You guys control the narrative. You guys control the discussion around these sports. It's been like that for decades now. You guys largely determine what the sports world is paying attention to and what they care about. We've seen you catapult certain players and topics into the forefront so that way you can put certain players and teams on the pedestal. We've seen it. So don't sit here and insult us and lie to us and tell us that the only reason that you don't want to talk about other topics is because no one cares about it, because that's complete BS. Again, I'm sure if you rolled in onto the set on a buffalo, if you rolled in with some buffalo horns on your head and ready to clown and make a fool out of other players, I'm sure the kind of people that like that stuff will love to tune into that. But that's not what you want to do, Stephen A. You want to rub elbows with Jerry Jones. You want to attach your name to the most popular brand in professional sports with the Dallas Cowboys. You want to attach your name with that brand. You want to capitalize off of the star. Let's keep it a buck, bro. It has nothing to do with people not responding or not wanting to hear it, because yes, they do. I saw X. I saw all the other analysts asking this very same question. The same people that work at your network asking this very same question pertaining to Josh Allen. Everyone sees the hypocrisy, how unfair and disingenuous people are when it comes to Dak Prescott, including your own coworkers at this point. So stop it. Either way, I wanted to make this video because he finally told the truth. He said exactly what we were all waiting on him to say, and he gave a BS reason for why doing it, which lets us know even more. Stephen A. Smith is a spineless, cowardly excuse of a sports broadcaster and should never be taken serious, because he's made it very clear. He doesn't care about anything but the ratings. He don't care about the game. He don't care about educating people. He don't care about trying to have real dialogues and debates. He cares about nothing but the ratings. Either way, man, y'all know how we end these videos. How about them Cowboys? Take it away, Pastor.
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still them boys? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still them boys. Hey! Woo! Oh, shut up, my boy. Hey! I'm still them boys.